Over the next several videos, I'm going to share with you how real women suffering from chronic conditions reverse their symptoms and achieve better quality health by making dietary and lifestyle changes. I want you to see these real people because I want you to be personally convinced that this can happen for you. I want you to be encouraged that changing your diet and your lifestyle and adding specific supplements for a specific reason can make a change in your life. I want to celebrate Carrie's story with you because in my book, she is a real hero. She thought outside the box. She refused to submit to the dictates of modern medicine. She chose a natural approach to health recovery, and she won. And now she's changing other people's lives. Let me share Carrie Vitt's story with you. In 2008, I became very sick, and for 9 months, I couldn't find a doctor who would really listen or run any tests. They most often told me I had dry skin and handed me a tube of steroid cream and moved on to the next patient. I had hives from the neck up. All the skin on my face and neck peeled off twice a day. My hair was falling out, and I was depressed. I spent my days and nights with ice packs on my face because I felt like my skin was burning. I cried a lot. I stopped outside activities and stayed home. After 9 painful months, I finally found a doctor who would listen, thought about potential causes, and ran tests. In 2009, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, a thyroid autoimmune disease. The doctor offered to prescribe the medication called Synthroid, but didn't provide a hopeful prognosis. He explained that it might help ease my symptoms, but eventually my thyroid would stop working and I'd be on medications for the rest of my life. This wasn't enough for me. I wanted to get to the root cause, so I looked for a solution everywhere. I started working with a nutritionist who helped me figure out the trigger that sent my body into its downward spiral. The fact that my thyroid and other organs weren't working in harmony was a symptom of a bigger issue. We focused on fixing that issue first. What was my root cause? The evidence led us to conclude that heavy metal poisoning and resulting severe inflammation triggered my Hashimoto's. During the summer of 2008, I had a large amalgam filling removed from one of my molars. The dentist didn't take the proper precautions during the very long procedure. For 3 hours, I breathed the vapors as he drilled the amalgams from my mouth. Amalgam is approximately 50% mercury. As soon as I sat up, I felt sick. I stumbled out of the office and spent the next week mostly in bed, exhausted and without energy. My health quickly deteriorated from that point on. My nutritionist showed me a holistic approach to detox and recommended a grain-free, nutrient-dense diet. I was desperate and willing to try anything, so I jumped in with both feet, doing everything she directed. I spent several years detoxifying the heavy metals out of my system and trying to minimize inflammation. The results? I've reclaimed my health and I am symptom and medicine free. I can't even tell you how much a grain-free, nutrient-dense diet has changed my life. I can now spend time with my kids, family, and friends and be an active member of my community. My doctor said I couldn't reverse Hashimoto's disease. I'm here to tell you it's possible. Our bodies have an amazing ability to heal when given the right tools. My health struggles and path to healing led me to write my book, The Grain-Free Family Table. In this book, I share my entire story of recovery, health tips to help you reduce inflammation and begin recovering from disease, and over 125 grain-free recipes to get you going on the path. As painful as it is to show you these photos and broadcast my struggles, I wanted to share my story for one reason: to bring others hope. There are over 30 million people in America who have been diagnosed with thyroid disease and another estimated 20 million who struggle with various autoimmune issues. Most have been told they're on a one-way street with no hope for long-term healing. Many other health issues either stem from or are aggravated by inflammation. Recent science points to heart disease, cancer, diabetes, allergies, arthritis, Alzheimer's, neurological disorders, and tendinitis exhibiting links to inflammation. Many people are now convinced of the need to reduce inflammation, but they need help figuring out how. I learned how to change my diet and help reduce my inflammation, giving my body the opportunity to recover. I'd like to help others take steps for themselves. I have one simple request. Will you please share my story with your friends and family? We all know someone struggling with autoimmune disease or other diseases related to inflammation. I believe they'll find hope. Hey, Carrie, once again, I want to celebrate your story. Thank you so much. Guys, I want you to know that health recovery is possible, and Carrie is just one witness to that fact. Let's celebrate Carrie. Let me also recommend that you buy her book. I think it would do you a lot of good.